everybody. John Ponick with Mojave Valley Daily News. This is the Daily Dose for Wednesday, August 11th. Happy Hump Day. Good morning, Jeff and Marley and Pam and Lori and Jennifer and Tony, the whole crew.
Good morning, John. You said Jeff.
There's Brenda. Yeah, different Jeff.
There she is. Okay.
This is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. At the Tri-State Radiology Center, located in Fort Mojave, your images will be read and available within 24 hours. No need to wait several days to get your images to your doctor. Call today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. And remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right, Wednesday paper. We got a lot of stuff in here, so let's get cracking. Or crack-a-lacking.
Crack-a-lacking, yeah, that's my word.
All right, let's start with our breaking news, Jeff.
Okay, we got it.
All right, breaking news is brought to you by New Image Primary Care, now scheduling appointments within 7 days. Call them for an appointment at 928-299-2588. Bullhead City man sentenced for killing woman. This is our bad guy report. Chester Grant Pollard Espinoza, 25. Chester pled guilty in June to second-degree murder in the shooting death of Catherine Louise Humula. The newspaper came in plastic bag, rain, yes. Down in the valley, we got poured on.
It, yeah.
We got poured on down there. All right, so back in August of 2020, Mr. Pollard Espinoza was sitting out back with his mother, or his grandmother and her friend. He had some sort of break, began arguing with the grandmother's friend, Humula, and went inside, and got his gun and came out and shot her. He took her to the hospital and she passed. This was on Zircon Avenue here in Bullhead City. He was offered a plea agreement that called for he was not offered a plea agreement. He was given he was found guilty of second-degree murder and was given 20 to 25 years in prison. It's our other guy that was offered the plea deal. So let's go to the school next.
Sure.
All right.
You can do that.
So the Desert Valley School yesterday was evacuated when they had a fire there, or they saw smoke anyway. It was coming from an air conditioning vent. They had already had their fire drills, so everyone knew where to go. They evacuated the school. Actually, the school was already empty by the time the Bullhead City Fire Department showed up there. So you see here, that's firefighter James Weiss on the left and Captain Kevin Geyer inspecting the ceiling of a classroom at Desert Valley. They found out that it was one of the air conditioner units in a classroom was having some problems. They cut power to it. The building was given the all clear. There were no injuries. Actually, the students were allowed to come back in. It didn't disrupt the kids leaving and getting picked up and all that stuff. So they were just fine. And then we have this bad guy. This is Brock Hill. In June, he rejected a plea agreement that would have given him 25 years. He was convicted in July of 2 counts of negligent homicide, 2 counts of aggravated assault, separate drunk driving offenses, and leaving the scene of an accident involving injury or death. You'll remember this is the guy that was speeding along in a truck at night, and he had hit a SUV or a ATV that had 3 people on it, and his plea deal would have given him 25 years. He turned it down. Now he gets sentenced to 40.25 years. So he is going away. This is the one that they were talking about where, yeah, it was his fault. He was drunk and he was speeding, but it was also the other people's fault because they didn't have headlights on, and they had 3 people in a vehicle meant for 2. But off he goes.
Everyone trying to blame everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video interrupted here. Yeah, we have to do something about our.
We're waiting for fiber optic, folks.
About our
We're
internet.
waiting.
Yeah. All right, medical teams aiding COVID treatment. Here we have Dr. Ziri on the left. He is the chief of staff at Warm C. And then we have Dr. Courtney Lehman and Mike Connors, who's an RN of the Health and Human Services Disaster Medical Assistance Team. And then way over on the right, that's Dr. Ziri again with Warm C's infection preventist Christine Bronston. She's an RN. So they're talking about monoclonal antibody infusion. What this is for people who have tested positive for COVID, have other issues already, and this is a way of treating them before they actually get into the hospital. So what they're asking is that if you have somebody who is it's eligible to patients 12 and older who have mild to moderate symptoms in the last 10 days and have tested positive for COVID, or who are not fully vaccinated and have been in close contact with a COVID positive person. They're asking that you have other issues, and those issues being 65 and older, obese or overweight, pregnancy, chronic kidney disease, diabetes, immunosuppressive disease or immunosuppressive treatment, cardiovascular disease or hypertension, chronic lung disease, or sickle cell disease. So it's a way they've been using it for a while now, but the fact is that the Department of Health and Human Services sent a team of 7 down to both Warm C and Kingman Regional Medical Center to do this infusion therapy. So they've had great success with it, and they are asking that you come down there if you're in that in those issues, have those issues. We got a story here about a toddler being run over for a truck up in Kingman, run over by a truck up in Kingman. It was an accident. A father took off, not realizing that the toddler was in front of him, thought that his mother was taking care of it. She had stepped away for something, and the child was run over. He was taken to Las Vegas, where the 2-year-old boy is in stable condition, so hopefully everything works out there.
So sad.
Yeah. And then we also have Senator Tony Navarrete, a Democrat, state senator here. He stepped down yesterday. He resigned under increasing pressure to resign. He has been accused of molesting a now 16-year-old boy when he was 12 or 13 years old and continuing until he was 15. He's been getting a lot of pressure to step down, so he thankfully did step down. Speaking of people stepping down, we have a story here on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo stepping down. His decision came a week after the Attorney General released the results of an investigation that found that he sexually harassed at least 11 women. So, he made headlines as being this guy on TV every day talking about how bad things were in New York with COVID and how we need to do this and need to do that. Now he is just another Me Too person. So he's going to be around for about another 2 weeks, and then he is stepping down.
Uh-huh.
All right, Jeff.
What you got next?
Let's go to the Laughlin Times.
You got it.
Oh, hey.
Oh, he found food, folks.
Johnsonville Brats. Johnsonville Brats, the best brats out there.
Okay.
Yeah, did I not say governor? I thought that's what I said. Governor Cuomo. All right, we got a couple things for the Laughlin Times. New eviction moratorium in effect. The CDC and the White House has extended the moratorium through October 3rd. That expired. I think it expired. I know that it was getting close. I don't think they got this in before that. So it's a new one, not extending the last one, but it goes through October 3rd. The goal is to allow tenants additional time to receive any federal, state, or local assistance that can be used to pay rent. So it doesn't get them, if you're a renter, it doesn't absolve you of having to pay your rent. What it does is it buys you a little time to get financial assistance to still pay that rent. So there's there's a declaration that you have to do. There's a bunch of things in here that tells you how you do that. That declaration has to be sent to your landlord. Constable Ross, who is the constable over there in Laughlin, says that if he is told to go and evict somebody, he says, we will call the landlord or the landlord's representative to inquire if the landlord received a covered person's declaration. So if you need more information on that, you can call the constable at the Laughlin Township office at 702-298-2311 and see what you need to do. But it doesn't absolve you of paying your rent. All it does is gives you a little bit more time. Better with cheddar brat. Laughlin students returned to classroom. So last week on Monday, this week on Monday, the Laughlin students returned to school. There's been some changes to their schedule. So you really need to read the story because we're talking about both the Bennett Elementary School and the Laughlin Junior Senior High School. There's just a whole bunch of different schedules for each of them. Some days they got blue days and silver days and cougar days and all kinds of stuff. So check that out. Last chance to give input for the 1 October memorial. Nice long story in here about that. It's the memorial from the Las Vegas shooting. They had started back in March asking a series of questions as part of this survey. They had a little bit over 6,000 responses. There's still some time to get your response in. The 1 October Memorial Committee encourages those living in Las Vegas, California, or elsewhere who were affected in any way by the shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Festival to take the survey, share it with family members, friends, coworkers. So you can find the survey at the county website at www.clarkcountynv.gov/survey. So please go and check that out. I know we had a lot of people in our community that were involved in that. So, all right, entertainer.
Okay.
So we got a couple of nice stories here in the entertainer. The first one is on what's coming up. So they are opening up the Don Celebrity Theater within the Riverside, as well as the first concert back at the Laughlin Event Center. So what we start with is the there's a pile of big names in here. Miranda Lambert's in here, but the one that I think I'm most interested in is the Goo Goo Dolls. I know my wife's a big Goo Goo Doll fan. There's a bunch of impersonators on here, which I think is the Australian Bee Gees, Turn the Page, which is a Bob Seger cover. They have the Righteous Brothers, but the Righteous Brothers has Bill Medley, but they have a replacement for his partner. They have Bucky Hurd. But Alabama, Desperado, who is an Eagles tribute band, they'll be in there. So
Kid Rock's coming too. They have that in there, but in October.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit down the road. This is just the September lineup. So a lot of things coming in September. It'll be pretty nice. I guess the biggest one has got to be Miranda Lambert, huh?
Goo Goo Dolls.
For me, Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
You think I'll draw Miranda Lambert?
I think so. I do.
All right, and then we have this story on the USS Riverside. The USS Riverside was out for a little while getting renovations. They do that every couple of years. Darius Rucker, yes. Not yet. Not yet. Soon. Every couple of years they take it out of the water. It's really kind of an impressive thing to see. They used to pull it up over in Community Park there, and then they clean it and do whatever repairs they need to do to it. So it's been cleaned up, renovated. It is the only commercial vehicle that actually goes under the Laughlin Bridge up to the dam.
Vessel?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I know you can have
Well, you
dinner.
can say vehicle, too, because there's no other vehicles that are
allowed in
commercial.
the, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half cruise. They take you up to the dam. loop back, go back under the bridge all the way down to like Harrah's, and then come back up. They have dinner sometimes. They have drinks.
You can get married on it.
You can get married on it. They have, good morning, Lance. They have bands sometimes playing on there. They have the bottom part is all enclosed and air conditioned, so if it's hot, you can be in there. They have the shade up on top. It's really a nice.
Is it a 3-hour tour?
No. It sets sail Wednesday through Sunday at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 2:30 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. And you can rent it out for private functions, weddings. You can book a section of the boat to take your company on a little jaunt.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, let's go to sports.
Let's do it.
All right, we got a couple things in sports. The first thing Jeff and I were talking about, we think it's pretty interesting, is the Arizona Bowl shuns TV, takes digital plunge. So we know every year there's a million college football games, bowl games. I mean, you can you can just about name anything, and they sponsor one of the bowl games somewhere. So the Arizona Bowl is a matchup every year between the Mountain West Conference and the Mid-American Conference. And they've been having problems with how do they make their games stand out. Last year they had 1.77 million viewers on CBS. They want to keep it on New Year's Eve, but they're really having a hard time with competing against other football games or other bowl games going on. So this year they have decided to go to Barstool Sports, which is an online digital provider. Have you heard of them before?
I have not,
Sports?
no.
I don't either. I haven't either. But they are making this big, it's a pretty big step. Barstool Sports is known for its occasional off-color humor and brash founder Dave Portnoy. So that just makes me want to tune in there, just thinking that this isn't your cut and dried, every monotonous, monotone broadcaster.
Well, I knew it was coming eventually.
Yeah. So it will be on New Year's Eve at Barstool Sports. We'll see how that works out.
You like their logo with the bar stool?
That's a little
It's not
different.
bad.
It's a little different. And then we got a NASCAR story here about win on Sunday, sell on Monday, still a goal. This is it's mostly about Rick Hendricks of Hendrick Motorsports and HendrickCars.com, how he is sponsoring Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson is just returning from a year-long suspension. Pizza reviews. That might be a private conversation between Lance and Brenda. But Mike, just so you know, I'm all for pizza reviews. And if you need somebody to write pizza reviews, I'm your guy. Just throwing that out there. So Mike didn't seem like he was on board. Yeah. So the story is about advertising on Kyle Larson's car and how even though Kyle had been suspended for this year, it still pays off. He put this advertising on the hood. It netted him $1.8 million in leads and over $5 million in television exposure. So
the answer to that question was Barstool does pizza reviews.
Really?
I guess. That's what they said in chat.
I wonder if they have any openings. I mean, just as a side
gig.
Thing.
Yeah.
All right. Today in history. The Mall of America opened up in 1992, the nation's largest shopping entertainment center in Bloomington, Minnesota. Have you ever been there?
I have not.
Mike? I've been there, and it is crazy. Oh, yeah, Jeff, you missed your sound effects for the NASCAR.
I sure did. Were you guys looking forward to that? I don't know.
It's late now, huh?
Yeah,
the
too
race
late.
is over. Yeah, I've been there, and it's crazy. It's there's a Ferris wheel inside, and it's just you can't walk it in a day. You have to, if you're going there to actually walk into any stores. Even if you didn't walk into any stores, I don't know that you could walk the whole thing in a day. It's incredibly large. And then also today, it's Hulk Hogan's birthday. 68. The Hulkster is 68. All right, weather. Weather's brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. Mostly sunny with a 20% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, high around 110. Tomorrow 112 and sunny. Friday 115 and sunny. Saturday 115 and sunny. And Sunday 112.
Sunny, 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 and sunny.
Yeah. Wasn't very sunny last night. I don't know. You guys didn't get very much up here, huh?
No, but I could see it down where you were.
Yeah, we got hit pretty good. It rained hard for a good 45 minutes or an hour. So we did okay.
Lance says they were waiting for the NASCAR noise too. We'll get you to next time.
Never too late for the sound of engine or the smell of race fuel. All right, then we are going to wrap it up. Today at 4 o'clock, I have Kim Kuhl from the Senior Center over there. We're going to talk about all the different things she has going on, some of the needs that she has in the community. We'll be posting something in a little while so that you can put your questions in there, and we'll get her to answer it. And then we also... all right, Jeff will do the NASCAR thing as we're going
on the way out.
How about that? All right. And then tomorrow, 7:30, we have Daily Dose, and 4 o'clock we have the owner of Billet Health. He's made a bunch of purchases down in Needles that we're going to find out more about. So,
cool.
So tune in today at 4 o'clock for our Q&A section with Kim Kuhl. All right, this has been brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. That is it. Here's your NASCAR moment. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.